Hello, welcome to the 2020-2021 Athletic Winter Sportsmanship Review. My name is Coach Patterson, and I'm the Athletic Director here at Sturgeon R-V School. Our goal tonight is to remind our student athletes, parents, and other spectators about our sportsmanship expectations here at Sturgeon R-V School. When you guys entered the building, we handed out two handouts. The first handout you will see is for the parents and has information in there for the parents. And the second one is information for our student athletes. Please note that all of the information that you find on both the handouts comes straight from our athletic handbook, but these are our goals and expectations for sportsmanship, so we will review them tonight. Before we get started, I would like to read our mission statement for Sturgeon R-V Athletic Department. The Sturgeon R-V School Athletic Department's mission is to provide opportunities through participation for student athletes to learn core ethical values and grow socially as well as emotionally. In a competitive environment, student athletes will learn teamwork, sportsmanship, and develop character traits that will help them become productive members of society. These experiences should be positive and memorable. They should foster a learning capability for committing to a cause, accepting responsibility, and being loyal to any chosen endeavor. Along with that, you will also see that our philosophy is listed below. And our philosophy states the following. Sturgeon R-V School believes that the athletics/activities programs should supplement the secondary curricular program, and as such should be a virtual part of a student's total education experience. These experiences should contribute to the development of learning skills and emotional patterns to enable the students to make a maximum use of their education. The students that participate in any part of the athletic programs or activity programs should know that this is a privilege, which carries with its responsibilities to the school, the activity, the student body, to the community, and to the student themselves. Parents, if you turn to page 2 on your handout, you will see our sportsmanship expectations. Our expectations for sportsmanship is not only sportsmanship alone. We expect during all games and practices or anything that you show respect to the opponent team at all times, show respect to the officials that are hired to call games, know, understand, and appreciate the rules of the game and the content that is being laid out, maintain self-control at all time, recognize and appreciate skills and performance for the student athletes, for both teams and the coaches, and regularly attend all classes and abide by the school rules. Now that is more for my athletes. You need to make sure that you're there at school and you abide by all the rules there at school. Parents, the biggest part of sportsmanship that we need to address is communication. Believe it or not, communication is one way that we can show respectful sportsmanship or disrespectful sportsmanship. By showing respectful sportsmanship, you can communicate respectfully with the coaches, myself, building admin, and other teachers. Some forms of respectful communication would be talking about your child's physical treatment, their mental treatment, or anything that's going on in their life, mentally or physically. Ways to improve your child's ability on and off the floor, court, track, and life in general. For an example on that, if you have questions for your coach, what can I do as a parent to help my child make more free throws? Then we as coaches can give examples on drills, standards, goals, and ways to help your child that way. If it's off the court, field, or track, say grades, discipline, behavior, we can also help with setting up tutors or finding ways to help your child gain that information as well. We ask that you be provided a copy of your expectation and team rules. I know some teams have different expectation and rules. I know, for example, the girls basketball team, the coach gave them their copy of their expectation and rules that they created together. And I know the boys, he has emailed those out to you. So make sure you have a copy of that with you and you're really honing that in with your parent or with your child and their athletes. And another way to have a respectful sportsmanship is also communicate about your own child. Bring concerns about your own child to your coaches and myself or other building admin or teachers. Disrespectful communication or disrespectful sportsmanship, also known as unsportsmanship, conversations would include other students in general. Our coaches are trained and know that if you as a parent come up to them and talk to them about another child, they will ask you to please hold your conversation and take it up with me, the athletic director, who will then let you know that it is a violation to talk about other students, discipline, grades, positions, anything about that child. We cannot do it. It's confidential. We cannot do it. Therefore, you are being unsportsmanlike by asking those questions. Do not ask about your child's playing time. You can ask questions like, how can I help my child improve? That's great sportsmanship. What can I do to help my child? Great sportsmanship. But why is my child not getting play-in time? That is unsportsmanlike. Know the expectations, know the rules, know your team's goals. Help your child become one of the greats by following those. Do not, at any game, practice, or anything, call out coaches or officials. Once again, remember that you are responsible for you, and during the games, you need to be responsible for your actions at all cost. Students, my student athletes, it is your turn. You have the same sportsmanship requirement and expectations as your parents, but yours goes a little bit further. As a member of a team, a sports team, you are responsible for your own actions, and what you do affects your team. So for example, if I decide to yell at an official during a game and I get kicked out of the ball game, I am being unsportsmanlike, not because I yelled at the official, which, don't get me wrong, is not okay, but because I am now letting my team down, a player. So therefore, I'm being unsportsmanlike and I'm being unfair to my team. A few ways that you as athletes can maintain a positive sportsmanship is to make sure you fill out your drug testing forms. Every child between the grades 7 through 12 is expected to have those forms filled out. You will be called randomly for drug test. It happens once a month. And just know, don't argue about it, because if you do, you're going to be marked positive. And you can see there in our handout about all the consequences that happen if you decide to do drugs. Doing drugs is unsportsmanlike because you're letting your teammate down. Your teammates, you're letting them down. After the first offense, it's 30 days out of that specific season. 2 offenses, it's 90 days out of competitive play, period, doesn't matter. And the 3rd offense is you're done for your high school career. So know the offenses. The other way that you can be unsportsmanlike is with your eligibility. Make sure your grades, your academic grades, are being maintained. Know that if you have 2 D's and an F, or 3 F's or 3 D's, you're done. And that's unsportsmanlike because you're letting your team down. Attendance is another big one that we need to discuss before we get off here. You have to be in school at least 4 hours, academic hours, and for high school, it's half the day. If you are not within those hours and you cannot participate in the school programs, then you have let your team down. Being a good sport is what it's about here at Sturgeon R-V School Athletics. I love to say that I have some of the most talented individuals. I do. But what makes us one of the greatest schools is the fact that we do have teamwork. We have sportsmanship, and we let others know that we don't celebrate the negativity of the sportsmanship. We thrive with positive sportsmanship. If you guys have any questions, concerns, please call me at 573-687-3151, or you can email me at jpatterson@SturgeonR-V School